Just keeping it would not work. It has to be put on.
Om. Om. Sadashivasamarambam Shankaracharya-madhyamam Asmadacharya-paryantam Vande Guru-paramparam Narayanam Padmabhavam Vasishtam Shaktim cha Tatputra-parasharam cha Vyasam Shukam Gaudapadam Mahantam Govinda Yogindra-madasya Sishyam Sri Shankaracharya Matasya Padma Padam Chahastamalakam Chashishyam Tam Todakam Vartika Karamanyanasmat Gurun Santatamanatosmi Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavad Padam Shankaram Loka Shankaram Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutrabhashya Kridau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah Samasta Kalyani Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Viparam Sarva Vedanta Siddhanta Gocharam Tamagocharam Govindam Paramanandam Sadgurum Pranatosmyam. Siddhasya Lakshanani Sadhakasya Sadhanani. The characteristics of a man of realization to be emulated by those who are striving to that point, not imitate. Emulation is different from imitation. Emulation is cultivation of that characteristic. Imitation is pretending to have one. Pretension will create only tension. One should not pretend to be Jivan Mukta because you are not one. So here the next topic will be on the Lakshana of a Jivan Mukta, and separately Jivan Mukti Viveka, separately written by Bhagavan Shankaracharya also. But at this point here in this verses starting soon, he will talk about Jivan Mukta, Jivan Muktasya Lakshanani, the characteristics of a Jivan Mukta. At this point of time, he only talked about the benefits of Jnanam, Jnanasya Palam. We saw in the verse number 422, दृष्टदुःखेष्वनुद्वेगो विद्याया प्रस्तुतं फलं यत्कृतं भ्रान्तिवेलायां नानाकर्म जुगुप्सितं पश्चान्नरो विवेकेन तत्कथं कर्तुमर्हति. दृष्टदुःखेषु अनुद्वेगः. Very evidently, what is known to be drishtadukkham, perceived state of misery, that is considered as drishtadukkham, as it is said that dukkeshu prasakteshu aham papi ding mam duratmanam idi anutapavan bhavati. An ignorant person, whenever he gets a sorrowful situation, he curses himself, saying that, what kind of a papi I am. That is called anudvega. Dukkha is unavoidable, but suffering is always an option. But we don't see that. You mean to say Jivan Mukta does not get old? He will not get disease and sickness? He will not get hunger and thirst? All will be there. But as Bhagavan Krishna beautifully said, Dukkeshwanat Viknamanaha Sukeshu Vigadasprukaha Vitaraga Bhayakuradaha Stitadi Muniruchate. In explaining about Siddhaprajna, he said, he does not allow himself to be Udvega. Udvega means getting agitated by those. So that is why it is in the case of Ajnani, he considers himself as a papi. तथापि पूर्वस्मिन् जन्मनि चेत् पापप्रवृत्तिप्रतिबन्धकत्वात् सप्रयोजनो भवति स्म इदानीषु नित्यप्रयोजन इति भ्रान्ति तमोविकारः. This is called the Bhranti. This is where, oh, I did something in the past because of which I am suffering now. All that. दुःखं तु रागादिनिमित्तवशात् रजोगुणविकाररूपा संतापात्मिका चित्तवृत्तिः. So one is Udvega, another is Dukkham. Dukkham is always due to Raga. What we love and what we possess, what we get attached to, definitely will give Dukkham. There's no doubt, including one's own body. Anything that we are attached to will potentially cause misery. Swamiji, you can say that, but my daughter, my son. Obviously, it will be there. because we are not able to see that other person as another soul. We forget that every soul has come with his or her own karmas and they have to go through that. Because you are a son, a father, or the mother does not mean it will change. Just because you are his father or her father, mother, or whatever. It should not happen to that soul. What do you mean? It will happen to you as well to that child also. So, where we have seen, how can it happen to my child? What is it got to do with your child? So another soul is going through his or her own experiences based upon that soul's past activities and deeds. That you have no access to that. So, jnaninaha ayam udvegaha na bhavati iti. Who is a jnani? The clear indication of jnanam is anudvegam. Why? He says Chatwari Falani, because of the 4 results of knowledge. What is that? Nivrittihi, withdrawal. Nirankusha Triptihi, unobstructed contentment. Asadrisha Ananda, incomparable bliss. Nirvishayaha. There is no mind. Mind is not going towards any Vishaya. So, Dushta Dukkeshu Anudvegascha iti. These are all the things which we see. Vidyayaha Atmatattva Jnanasya Prastudam Mukyam Drishtam Palam. These are all seen to be the evidential, direct, prominent result of Jnanam. If one is a jnani and he has even a simple single trace of unhappiness, apurnameva tat jnanam. Jnanam is incomplete. So continuing he says, Yat kritam bhranti velayam. Oh, that way so he said. Yat kritam bhranti, in this it is separately given. Yat kritam bhranti velayam. Whatever is done during the time when one did not have that knowledge. Pranti velayam yatkritam karma, nana karma, jugupsitam, which is to be censured Because all those are done at the time of ignorance. When you look back, you say, how incorrigible I was to do that. Considering that as what a foolishness with which I did that. Sometimes, nowadays, I mean, not, yeah, so when you're only a child, they take video of all that. And then the fellow has become 20, 25, and then they show it to him. This is what you did. Did I do that? Yes. You don't feel like showing it to anybody. Because out of foolishness, you have cried for a small little pencil. And, pencil, my friend has he took it away, and you are crying. Video. When you are 25, they show it. 25th birth anniversary, birth anniversary, birthday. This is how he was when he was 5-year old. Why are you showing that? So at that time, on the limited knowledge, immaturity, you did so many things. Similarly, due to ajnana, one who has done whatever he did, et kritam, chukupsitam kritam. Paschat naraha vivekena tat khatam kartum arhati. How can that person out of knowledge, having gained clarity, how will he ever do that again? Vivekajanitva, Vivekajanita jnanena tat katam kartum arhati. Meaning, all that one has suffered through his own ignorance, through knowledge, one comes to see the emptiness of it. You will not ever be touched by that. That is a jnanasya phalam. Vidyapalam syad asato nivrittihi.
Vidyapalam syad asato nivrittihi.
Pravrittirajnanapalam yadikshitam.
Pravrittirajnanapalam yadikshitam.
Tajnajnayoryan mrikatrishnikadau.
Tajnanayoryan mrikatrishnikadau.
No chet vidam drishtapalam kimasmat.
No chet vidam drishtapalam kimasmat.
Vidyapalam syadasato nivrittihi. Pravrittirajnanapalam tadikshitam. Tajnajnayoryan mrikatrishnikadau. No chet vidam drishtapalam kimasmat. Vidyapalam nivrittihi syad. From where? Asataha nivrittihi. From the unreal, there is a total withdrawal, is the result of vidya, knowledge. The result of knowledge is what? Total withdrawal from all that is false. A person, even when he is hungry, he will not eat plastic mango. Mango is mango, whether it's a plastic or wax, how does it matter? How do you even eat a mango which is plastic or made of wax? Will he ever go to drink the water from a mirage? So in the same way, asataha nivrittihi vidyayaha padam. From that what is very well known and established as false, there man of knowledge will completely withdraw. Even if the entire world around him will go for it, he will not. Because he knows that is totally a imperfect understanding, ajnanameva. So ajnanam what? Pravritti ajnana phalam. Nivritti jnana phalam. Pravritti ajnana phalam. Engaging in the world with so much of gusto and eager to derive happiness from it. Tat ikshitam. Very well seen in this world. What? That a man of ignorance will always go extrovertly towards the object, whereas a man of knowledge is one who consciously withdraw from it. Tat nya agnayoho. ikshitam, between the ajna and jna means jnani, jnani and ajnani. The difference between jnani and jnani is very clearly that ikshitam, seen. What? Tat ajna, tadnya ajnayo, yat mrgadashnikado, like that of mirage water when it is known or unknown. When it is known, one will not even take one step towards that. When it is unknown, one will run for it. Mrgadashnikado. If it is not, if that a man of knowledge also going for what others go for, no chet, if not, vidam drishtavalam kim asmat. Then what is the real drishtavalam, evidential result of knowledge? Result of knowledge is nivritti. That is not there. Then what's the difference between nya and ajna? What is the difference between a man of knowledge and one who does not have that? Nivrittihi sarvebhya karyebhya nivrittihi nirvyaparatvam kartavya anavasheshata. Why a man of knowledge would resort to nivritti? Because kartavya anavasheshata. Avashesha means something remain to be done. Anavashesha. There is no kartavya for him at all. Even scriptures cannot dictate any terms to him. That's what it is said. A man of knowledge thereafter will have nothing to do because he has become completely fulfilled in himself. There is no need for him to do that. Even if so-called everybody would say, oh, this is your kartavya, unless you do, you will get papa. He said, who gets papa? Not me. Ego gets papa, let it have it. I am not interested in that. Not out of laziness, not out of fear. Not that like Arjuna said, oh, there will be a calamity, therefore I will withdraw. That is not the reason. He has become complete and full and satisfied. And that is not the case with Arjuna. Arjuna did not out of fear, out of calamity, out of all that possible consequences. Oh, people will talk ill of me and all that. His reasoning is different. Whereas in the man of knowledge, it is not the Nirankusha Triptihi, because he has got Parama Triptihi, Kartavyam Kritam, Praptavyam Praptam, etc. So here, Vidyabalam Nivrittihi, Paramatma Vishayanya Kim Vaktavyam Iti Bhavena Branti Velayam Jugupsidam Nana Karma Yatkritam. Now that we have seen that. So here, यत् यस्मात् कारणात् मृगदर्शनिकादो आदिपदेन शुक्तिरचकाजदादिकं ग्राह्यम् मृगदर्शनिका इति ज्ञानवान्, one who understand mirage water, न जलार्थं मरुभूमो प्रवर्तते. He does not go towards the desert stand in the same way. मरुभूमौ सूर्यकिरण जलवत् भासते इति ज्ञानशून्यः तु. One who does not have the knowledge, it is because of the reflection of the sun, because of which there is an appearance of water. He does not know. Marubhumi ajnanena tatra jalabrantya pravartade and na ishtam labate vipala pravrittiman bhavati. Even as he goes with so much of interest to get the water, what is the final result? High and dry. There is nothing water there. Similarly, in this world, one goes with great fear, frenzy and crazy, and only to come back totally disappointed. So, therefore, if it is not, no chet evam vidaha jnaninaha asmat ajnana nivritti rupa drishtam phalam kim. Other than this, what can be seen as evidential result of this knowledge? A man of knowledge would obviously be seen to be withdrawing from everything without any feeling of what? Not even disgust. He doesn't feel disgusted about that. Not even feeling deprived, not because he will be deprived, not feeling a failure, but because he has nothing to gain out of it. Let it be there. So what? Let there be there, let others enjoy. That's why Bhagavan Krishna says when Ajnanis go for it, Jnani should not disturb them. Because they won't understand why he doesn't want. Na buddhi bedam janayait ajnanam karma sanginam. Karma sangis, those who are associated with karma, then they are so eagerly going towards the world. And Jnani watches them with smile and says, yeah, you go. Find out what's going to happen. You come back in. You know that you will come back disappointed, so go ahead. It is like the two birds and one bird is watching only. Another bird is enjoying and suffering. Okay, keep doing that's what you want to do the whole do. So prakrutehe brahma vidya vishaye tu asat shabdena anatma agrikyate brahma binnam sarvam brahma abinnam sarvam brahma binnam sarvam. So therefore he siddhanentu swatmanam vidivataha tatra sarvatra mityatva jnanayena naiva pravrittihi iti asannivrittihi vidyapalam. Vidyapalam is asataha nivrittihi. From the what is false, there is withdrawal easily. So why don't we withdraw? Because we don't see it as asat. That's the problem. Asat is not even mithya. Mithyatva jnanena naiva pravrittihi. It is because it is false appearance. We don't see it as neither as appearance nor as false. That's why we say temporarily there is joy, Swamiji, let's have. So that is what is caught catching us. Even man of knowledge, one who has not completed that Purna Jnanam is not there, then there is a temporary engagement in the pleasure also. So continuing, yes. Ajnana Hridaya Grantehe
अज्ञानविलयग्रन्थेः
Vinasho Yatyasheshatah
विनाशो यत्यशेषतः
Anichor Vishaya Kimno
अनिच्छोर्विषयकिन्नु
Pravritte Karanam Satah
प्रवृत्ते कारणं स्वतः
Ajnana Hridaya Grantehe Vinasho Yatyasheshatah Anichor Vishaya Kimno Pravritte Karanam Swatah Ajnana Hridaya Granti. As we have seen in the Upanishad also, Avidya, Kama, Karma, iti Trivida Grantayah. That's why in South India they put 3 knots when they are getting married. The man puts 3 knots. Right now in South North also 3 knots. So symbolic. You see that Ajnan, like Kama, Karma. And 3 knots, KNOTS. Then one should understand they are all 3 knots. They are not to be there, but happen to be there. What to do? Ajnana Hridaya Grantha Vinashah. Yadi Asheshatah, when without leaving any trace behind, all the 3 are gone. When the knots of ignorance in the heart have been totally destroyed, then Anichor Vishayah. Anicho Vishaya. Anicho means one who does not have any more icha, to him, Vishaya Kimnu Pravritte. Pravritte, how can there will be any more pravritti for such a person? Swataha Karanam Kinno. What is would be the cause for him to go towards objects? Swataha Karanam Kimno. What could be there as Pravrittehe Karanam Kim? What will be there? That is what we saw in the Panchadashi chapter 7 is what I am clearly, what is that? Atmanam chet vijaniyat ayam asmi iti purushah kimichan kasya kamaya shariram anusanjaret. Very beautifully, in very directly it is put. One who has understood this Atman as oneself, for what purpose he will go for it? There is no need for him to proceed further towards the because Ajnana Hridaya Granthi has been destroyed. Hridaya Granthi is Buddho Sakshinaha Tadatmya Adhyasa. Tadatmya Adhyasa is the called Ajnana Prayojya Yaha Hridaya Granthi. Created from Ajnana is the heart knot. ಮೂಲಭೂತ ಅಜ್ಞಾನನಾಶೇನ ಅಶೇಷತಃ ನಿರ್ವಾಸನತಯ ಇತಿ ವಿನಾಶಃ ಸಕಾರಣಂ ನಾಶಃ. Along with the avasanas, all of them have been destroyed. Tada iti adhyaharyam yadi is satvad. Yadi means keeping that in mind. Yadi, in case that Yadegandhi has been totally destroyed, swadaha anichaha, anichoho, the one who is having no more desire for himself, icharahitasya vidushaha pravrittehe karanam kim. What would be the reason for his pravritti? Pravritti means extrovertedness, going towards the world. Sarvatra pravritto, in all the engagement in this world, icha eva karanam. Icha eva sarva pravrittehe karanam. All the pravrittis, all the external extrovertedness, desire alone is the cause. Tad abhave pravritti abhavat. So karana abhave karya abhava. When the desire, which is the cause, is no more, karya, the external extrovertedness, is no more. Vadantihi prayojanam anuddishya namandopi pravartate. Without thinking about a result, not even a fool will engage in action. Right? So if an object does not fulfill my desire, will I go for it? No, my child wants it. That is indirectly your joy. That is why you're going for it. You don't want that teddy bear, but your child will like it. So you go for it. So may not be you like that teddy bear, but you like your child. Is it not? So when you say that I don't have any liking, then why are you going for it? I like my child and the child likes that. Therefore, I go for it. Some way or the other, there will be some desire is what is there lurking behind for your engaging in that. So here, without any prayojanam, thinking about prayojanam, nobody will engage in any action. इति अतः एव साधनचतुष्टये मुमुक्षुत्वम् इति घटीकृतम्. That is what is referred here as mumukshutvam. Sadhana-chatushtaye ichha cha antakarana dharmaha. So, ichha is what? Desire is nature of our subtle body, always. Kama sankalpaha ityadina iti edat sarvam mana eva iti shrutehe. Mana eva karanam bandhamokshayoho bandhaha kama sankalpaha. Isn't it? What is the bondage? It is desire binding you to the world. Muktihi tasmat vimuktihi. Asankalpaha iti muktihi. Now, therefore, manasaha api bahiricha anandarupatma darshanat stita. Tatra dosha darshanena nitya niradishaya anandarupatma shravana manana nididhyasaneshu shastriyeshu mumukshaya pravartishta. See, mumukshutvam is also a desire for liberation. Many people ask this question, Swami, desirelessness is not possible. Yes, become desired. What desire? Mumukshu. If you're looking for happiness, don't look for this happiness, look for happiness of the ultimate nature. So mumukshu is also what? Moksha is icha. That is also icha only. Instead of looking for the joy in the objects, the same mind which is looking for having a desire shifted to ultimate joy, and that is reached through Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana, Ityadi. So you're directing the mind from one way of looking at things to another way of engaging, which is also for fulfilling another desire called liberation. All right. Now it is interesting to say, Tatra dosha darshanena. How do you do that? How do you develop the mumukshutvam? One is to desire for liberation and to take away the mind away from its usual engagement, from getting into the objects, etc. Only possibility is look at the dosha in them. How they are limited, temporary, causing pain. One cannot say, मैं श्रवण इतना किया इतना दुख होता है. श्रवण में दुख होता है आपको. श्रवणात्म दुखम. The Shravana will not result in dukkham. Of course, it will cause dukkham because you will feel so miserable. What I have missed so long. That dukkham may be there. मनन करके करके मैं इतना दुखी हो गया. By reflecting, you cannot become a dukhi. निधिध्यासन भी किया मैंने, इतना किया मैंने, इतना दुखी हो गया मैं. Cannot be. So obviously, any pursuit of the sense organs results in dukkam and not Shravana Manana Nityasana. So here, Atma Darshanena tatrabi icha prapta palatvat nasti. Interesting thing is, when a person has reached the abidance in the self, even the desire to liberate ends. Because the desire is about always something which I don't have. Correct. I desire something which I already have. I wish I had two hands. Already have. I wish I'm a human. Unfortunately, you are. So you are not going to have any desire about something which you have already gained. So Atma Darshanena, Tatra abhi icha prapta palatvat nasti. So when does the mumukshutvam end? In moksha. And what is moksha? Realization that I am always mukta. Is it not such a wonderful thing? When you are tired previous in the night and you want to sleep, so the desire for sleep is there. After you sleep, when you wake up, what is your desire then? Not to wake up. After you wake up, what is your idea? What is that? Oh, I woke up. So the earlier desire to go to sleep has ended in sleeping, and the end of sleep is what? Waking up. In this example, that desire to go to sleep has been completed, and I woke up. Do you mean to say you don't want to go to sleep at all again? No, at the end of the day, again I will go to sleep. This is the problem with all our desires. When we engage, it appears to be complete, but again we wake up. Will it engage again? It never ends. Whereas, when a person wakes up to the higher reality, he knows, I am always mukta only. The desire also is a temporary misunderstanding or forgetfulness. Do you ever say, I want to be human? If you've forgotten you are human, yes. So this forgetfulness is what is called causing the desire, that I am always free. I misunderstood to myself to be bound. So that is why he says, Tatra, that state of Atma Darshanena, Tatra Abhi Icha Praptapalatvat. Praptapalatvat means it's already obtained. Nasti. Vichara Kale Eva Bahiricha. Only at the time of Vichara, only at the time of reflection upon the reality, there is a thinking that I will become Mukta one day, I will have to do all this, etc. Sutaram nasti vairagyasya paramasadhanatvat. Tadacha astasya icha asatve tat tadatmya adhyasena sakshinaha api icha iti vaktavyam. Atma icha api atma jnana kalikya eva ajnana nashe tat prayojya जिज्जड तादात्म्य अध्यास नाशेन आत्यन्तिकी निवृत्तिरिच्छाया स इति सर्वदापि बहिरन्तर्वा प्रवृत्तिकारणं विषयः कोऽपि नास्ति इति निष्क्रिय आत्मन अवस्थानं निवृत्तिशब्दार्थं ब्रह्मविद्यायाः दृष्टं फलम्. To make it simple, you withdraw at the time of vichara as a vairagya. Oh, these are all will disturb my thinking or disturb my understanding, etc., because I need to withdraw from the world of attraction, etc. One may have to do it. But upon recognizing, realizing oneself that one is always free, one is misunderstanding alone because of adhyasa. I have put my own projection of desire upon objects, which is caused by my own ajnana, and therefore the withdrawal is not necessary when adhyasa nivritti takes place. If I have an object which I do not have any projection of joy in that, should I withdraw from that? So the withdrawal is also only natural for a person without any effort. Upon knowing that it is because of adhyasa, I had to practice nivritti. When jnanam takes place, there is no more practice. Nivritti has become his natural condition. That is why he said, Nivritti shabdhartha brahma vidyayaha nishkriya atmanas avasthanam nivritti shabdhartha. Nivritti shabdhartha means the meaning of nivritti here is nishkriya atmana avasthanam. The state of actionlessness. Kopi vishayah nasti. There is no objects around him which he considers as real. When the objects are not real, where is a question of nivritti there? After waking up from the dream, you have to do nivritti from the dream. Are nahi tha. That dream, that keeps me occupied. Then you don't understand it is dream. Many times, people think, Swamiji, early morning dreams, it's going to come true. These are all people who have no other job to keep you occupied with these things. Early morning dream, Swamiji, it's going to come true. Okay, then decide something else. What should be your early morning dream? आत्यन्तिकी निवृत्तिरिच्छाया सति सर्वदापि बहिरन्तिर्वा प्रवृत्तिकारणं विषयः कोऽपि नास्ति इति. There is no object external that is really present for me to withdraw from. So that is the reason why this nivritti should be understood as nishkriya sthiti. Actionless existence. It is not really a withdrawal. It is the state of no more action. There's nothing called nivritti. See, when I'm going to sleep, I'm not consciously doing nivritti, am I? I'm going to withdraw from this, I'm going to withdraw from that, I'm going to withdraw from this, I'm going to withdraw from that. No. At the state where your mind has become completely gone into the tamasic state, no action, there is no conscious nivritti that takes place. Unconsciously you are withdrawn from everything. In the same way, in the case of a Jivan Mukta Jnani, there is a natural state of actionlessness which appears for others as nivritti. Disinterested existence, as though he has no interest in anything, Swamiji. My son, my second son, no interest in anything. That is due to absolute laziness. It is not jnanam. Total unproductive existence. It's laziness. Give him no food for 3 days, you'll get up. Don't give no food. Chalo. You don't want to, you are disinterested in life? Yes. Okay, don't eat 3 days. No, what do you mean? No, once in a way, every day, 3 times you open the mouth, somebody eats the food. That is not called nivritti. That's laziness. So, here, vairagya bodha uparadayah purnataya kada jnaya iti prashne. I mean, how do we know the completeness of the vairagya, dispassion, bodha, knowledge, and uparati, withdrawal? How do we understand as the fullness of this? So here, there's a beautiful verse. One must remember this verse, mark it as important. Vasanānudayo bhogye
Vasanānudayo bhogye
vairagyasya tadavadihi
vairagasya tadavadihi
aham bhavodaya bhava
aham bhavodaya bhavah
bodhasya paramavadihi
bodhasya paramavadihi
dīnavritteranutpattihi
dīnavritteranutpattihi
maryādo paratestu sā
maryādo paratestu sā
vasanānudayo bhogye vairagyasya tadavadihi aham bhavodaya bhavah bodhasya paramavadihi līnavritteranutpattihi maryādo paratestu sā. Avadi and Maryada both mean the same, limit. It means limit, boundary. Avadihi, Vairagyasya Avadihi, the limit, meaning this is considered as the uppermost limit of Vairagya. What is it? Vasana Anudaya Bhogye. Bhogye Vastuni, Bhoga Vastuni, Vasana Anudaya. There is no more inclination towards objects, not any more control. It is like when a flight goes up to 33,000 feet. Until then, you will see it is making all the effort to go up. Once it reaches the cruise, right? Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Then you can get up and walk and all that. Until then, just straight, stay at place. Everybody stay in one place. Why? Because there is effort and then you will be falling down if you are standing up there. And at that time they will say, don't unplug all your electric outlets and all this because all the power has to be put to go to that point. After that you can do whatever you want. In the same way, what is that? The ultimate end of Vairagya. Vasana Anudayaha. No Vasana, not even one coming up in your mind. Not even one desire prompt. Bhogye Vasanayaha Anudayaha. Anubodhaha. Anubodhe Vishaye Purasthite api. Tat samskara anubodhaha. Yata tada vairagyasya avatihi. What he says is, even that object that is in front of you, which you have experienced earlier, Anudbodaha, what is called anudayaha? Anudbodaha, not coming up, not rising up. What is that? Anubhute vishaye purasthite api. Even that object is right in front of you. That samskara anudbodaha, that it is not rising up. That impression is here, samskara to be understood as the impression is not rising up. Yada, when, tada, then, vairagasya avadhi. It's like, what did you give up during Kashi when you went? Rasagulla. Oh, okay. How about Rasmalai? Rasmalai, I will have. Now, Rasagulla is standing in front of you. You look at it. I gave up. So that Vasana is still coming up there. How nice the soft skin. So soft sugar inside. So that mind is still having the samskar, is experiencing its experience of that softness and sugar and all that. Unnecessarily told Swamiji that I'm not good. That means that Vasana is not gone. So, Tadiyam manaha vishayeshu nashtameva kutaha raga prasakti vairagyasya parasya esha parakashta pradashita. Because it's not about one object. Everything that is considered as vairagyasya para avadi. That is the supreme limit in all the Vishayas. Why? Manasi tadiyam manaha vishayeshu nattameva. The mind is destroyed, so to say. Meaning, when one sees this object of earlier experience, no thought comes out of it. See, this is ultimate, huh? It's not that, okay, I have practicing Vairagya, okay, I don't want it. No. And then some people have the peculiar thing. Prasad hai to main le lunga. Prasad means sweet only. What do you think? Prasad is okay. No, if Rasagula give me as prasad, I will take. That means I still want to eat. One label you put prasad, because the mind is no more having any pratyay, any vritti there about that object. That's why it says manaha vishayeshu nashtameva kutaha raga prasakti. Then where is a question of any more attachment to that? Vairagasya parasya esha parakashta. Ultimate vairagya avadhi. So, okay, that is called avadhi of vairagya. Now come jnanasya avadhi. What is the limit of knowledge? What is the ultimate limit of knowledge? Ultimate boundary of knowledge. What is that? Ahambhavasya udaya abhavaha anutpattihi bodhasya parama avadhi. Total absence of ego. Zero. Meaning the individual assertion, I am so and so. My idea is this. Everybody should listen to what I say. I need respect. I need to be noticed. I need to be congratulated. I need to be felt as important here. And all that my, I. This no more rises up. Aham Brahma iti api bhadayam samanadikaranyam. A beautiful point he puts out here. See, one who has gained this aham brahmasmi anubhava, it's called aparoksha anubhuti. He gives an example, as you'll see. Ata sarvatmake aham ahantvam api kalpitameva. Even that aham which you are talking in aham brahmasmi is a limitation. As I usually say, Aham Brahmasmi. I don't know about you. That is not right. Brahma is Sarvatra Asti. How that Aham owns it? So Aham Brahmasmi Tomna Asiva. I am Brahman, but are you? Are you or not? So here, Atah Sarvatmake Ahantvam api kalpitamev. अतः एव उक्तं वदत्येष भ्रान्तस्त्वम् अहम् इति मायामदिरया इति यद् अहन्त्वे न ज्ञातं तद् ब्रह्म इति एव अर्थः अहं ब्रह्म इति अस्य यः चोरः तस्ताणुः इतिवत्. The example is one person was walking on the road late night, as Gurudev will say in the example, second show movie he saw. Second show. I mean, they start only at 12:30, 1 o'clock, whatever, 10:30 start, and then 1 o'clock or so. 3 hours movie. And his friend and he both were going, and then after that they finished they seeing the movie, and both of them started to come back home. So friend's house is before yours. So you left him, and you are walking alone. Because you just do not want to be afraid of anything, you're walking. As you're coming a little closer to your home, suddenly you find a white, straight thing standing right in the middle of the road. You do not know whether to cross and go or take another route. It seems to be standing right in the middle of the road. It's completely dark except that. People have talked about ghost. This is the one. So here the notion that it is a ghost, you happen to have your your phone, and you put on the flashlight and look at it. It's nothing but a lamppost. It's only a lamppost. Now, once you see the lamppost, there is no appearance of the ghost. They cannot be at the same time together. Just like in the example, rope and the snake cannot appear simultaneously. Right? It cannot appear simultaneously. Either the rope is there or the snake is there. Rope and snake cannot simultaneously. That's called samanadikaranam. They both cannot be. This pillar is the ghost. Can you say that? Or this post is the ghost. Can you say that? If the post is there, there is no ghost. If the ghost is there, there is no post. In the same way, Aham Brahma is a misnomer here. If Aham is there, there is no Brahman. If Brahman is there, there is no Aham. So Aham Brahmasmi is such a wonderful, funny thing. Aham Brahmasmi is not possible. So therefore, yada kosheshu. So that is why it is said here as Tad Brahma iti eva artaha Aham Brahma iti asya. Asya yaha choraha sastanuhu. The example that is given here is yaha choraha, ghost. I mean, here is used the traditional usage is a stump of a tree standing, and you look at it as a thief. They put it as a ghost post. But yes, a stem of a tree or a trunk of a tree standing, and it looks like a thief. You cannot see the thief and the trunk at the same time. Yaha choraha sastanuhu. Whatever is the chora or a thief and the the trunk of a tree. In the same way, aham, the idea, individualistic idea, confined idea of aham cannot be Brahman. Or Brahman cannot be confined to the idea or notion of aham. Because sarvatra sarvagatatvat Brahma. So thereafter, in that understanding, that's why he says aham bhava udaya abhava. That is the bodhasya parama avatihi. The ultimate knowledge is where the individuality called aham cannot rise up at all. For he has realized that nature of Brahman, which is the nature of everyone and everything. And where am I then? There's a question of I. The knowledge, the ultimate part of knowledge is that ahaminashabha amahantaya spuradihrit swayam paramapurna sat. That's what Ramana Maharshi said. The complete, fulfilled, completely all-enveloping presence alone is there. In that presence, this individual aham is absolutely absent. Another way of looking at it is yada etva kosheshu aham bhavasya udaya abhava. Kosheshu. In all the pancha koshas, there is no aham at all. Annamaya, Pranamaya, Manomaya, Vijnanamaya, even in the Anandamaya kosha, there is no aham. So this is the ultimate nature of knowledge. So ultimate nature of Vairagya is total Vasana Nashaha. There is no Udaya of Vasana anymore, even in the presence of the object which is experienced before. There is total absence of Aham in the completeness of its knowledge. And what is the completeness or the limit of Uparadi? That is said as Lina Vrittehe Utpattihi Anutpattihi Maryada Uparadestu Sa. Lina Pravritter Anutpattihi. There is no more. The peak of self-withdrawal is reached when the thoughts which have been merged it has been merged and they manifest no more. Pravritti, meaning vritti rahita sthitihi. That where Anutpati means what? Sa jagat anandatmana lina ya mano vrittihi. The mind has become totally withdrawn into that bliss. Tata swadaha anupamaha tasya anutpati yada ajyam panaha shriram nabhavati tata swadaha. Just like ghee cannot become milk again. From ghee, try to take the milk. Is it possible? See, a pot is there, you can break it and make it as a mud again. Put some more water and break it into pieces, it becomes mud, clay. But can you make the same way ghee to milk? I'll give you ghee, make a milk out of it. Not possible. Why? It has transformed completely, it cannot go back. It has lost its previous condition completely. There is no way of going back. In the same way, Anupamaha Anandaha, where an individual reached that ultimate bliss, Ataha Parama Triptihi, total contentment, Tadaha Sarvado Nivrittihi, Iti Hetu Mat Bhavaha. Therefore, there is no more possibility of the effect called in this case, ghee cannot go to become milk. So too, one who has gained the Paramananda can never settle down for any Vishayananda. There is no pravritti at all possible. So therefore, that is the ultimate end of Uparati. Uparati is the withdrawal is complete when there is nothing to be withdrawn from. So that is the ultimate end of all the three are given. Now comes the signs of a realized seer. Gurudev puts it as Jivan Mukti Lakshanam. We'll see in the next session. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramayaha Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschid Dukkhabhag Bhavet. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Shri Guru